Hello there, I am the CCG Collector, and this is the Ultra Pro 4-card Screwdown case. I reviewed this some time ago, and my overall thoughts were that while the screws didn't feel great going in, overall it's a very nice case, good, solid, keeps the card secure, makes them look great, and so I was pretty happy with it. But today I'm going to be taking a look at their competitor, BCW, and their 4-card Screwdown holder. Now, the reason I went with Ultra Pro to begin with was because I went for their 9-card Screwdown holder, and that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3 rows of 3 cards. With Ultra Pro, there were screws at every single intersection between the cards, so you had them all around the border, and you had 4 screws around the center card. From what I could tell, BCW's 9-card Screwdown did not have that. It had screws around the border, none in the center, which meant the cards just wouldn't be as secure. That's not going to be a problem with the 4-card Screwdown holder, since it's only the 1 row. We got screws everywhere. So this should be at least as good as the Ultra Pro 1. Now we can tell that BCW thinks we'd have horizontally oriented cards. I suppose some trading cards are like that, but I will be using Star Wars CCG foils, and therefore I will be using the case sideways, but my cards will be vertical, if that makes sense. Let's take a look. Now, it's a very similar packaging style as, screws everywhere, packaging style as the Ultra Pro 1. It's in a plastic packaging, and it has a little spot on the top for the screws. And it is not always the easiest to open, apparently. But little by little, we'll get there. Good enough. Honestly, if I did not know the brand, I might think that these were by the exact same supplier. And there's no, that I can tell, there's no logo or etching or anything on here that indicates that this is a BCW 4-card Screwdown holder. And honestly, they look pretty similar, right down to the sheet of plastic in between the 2 sections. So we'll set that there, remove that, and we'll leave it for now, actually, and I'll set it aside. Now, we're going to see how well these cards go. If you guys recall, the last time I tried to do this, because of the curvature of some of the foils, they did not want to stay down. Now, I'm fortunate enough to have some very nice foils for the most part. This Darth Maul Young Apprentice, pretty flat. P59, unfortunately, not so much, but you put it in a case like this, and it ends up being alright. Qui-Gon Jinn, I'm dropping. It's not as heavy as I make it look. Also, very flat, very nice. And finally, 3PO with his parts showing. Now you'll see just for this one, and this is more for just because I had it available, but this particular one-touch case from Ultra Pro, I put in this bag. And this bag is actually, if you buy Ultra Pro penny sleeves, you will get them, 100 of them, in a bag like this. It's a little Ziploc bag. Now, it's not airtight. It's got this hole in it, but if you don't want your case itself to get scratched or scuffed, hey, it's a free bag, and it fits very well. So that's where we stand with that. And again, the card is nice and flat. Really, it's the P59 that could be the problem here. Again, last time I had to abort my video early because I could not get these screwed down the way I wanted them to. So we're going to hope that doesn't happen today. All right. Let's take a look. Some of them are off I'm not going to do this for super long. If it doesn't go, it doesn't go. Just like with the Ultra Pro ones, and perhaps this lends some support to the idea that they're the same product, the recesses are very, very shallow. Maybe if I was using playing cards or trading cards that did not have perfect fit sleeves on them, it wouldn't be an issue. But the fact remains that I am, and they do not fit in very well. Okay. So I'm not going to bother with the rest of them because I can't really do this very well with the camera on it reaching around it. But you can tell that the case looks pretty good. The screws are identical. They feel the same. If you like the Ultra Pro 4-card screw down, you'll like the BCW 4-card screw down. Nothing really wrong with either, except for the kind of not so great screw sockets and the shallow recesses for the cards. You can also see that this one, like the other one, came out of the package pretty well, scuffed up on the outside. I mean, it's not for me. I'm wearing gloves, so it is what it is. But that's the screw down, and at some point in the future, you'll see the cards in it. But thanks for watching. I'm the CCG Collector.